Well, that doesn't look good. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Look what we got in the mail today. It's all of the hardware for the fenders. So now we can get the fenders aligned and bolted down the proper way, and then once we do that, we can put the front bumper cover on. But before we get to all of that, we need to get all of the intercooler piping dialed in. As you guys can see, the section of pipe that goes from the intercooler to the intake manifold is not even on the car yet, and we are going to be changing up a few things on that section of piping, but we'll get to that later in the video. Right now, I want to clean up this surface rust on this weld. When we first put the turbo kit in the car, because I don't have power steering, I no longer have a power steering cooler, which sits the intercooler closer to the engine, which in turn pushed this pipe closer to the engine, and it was coming in contact with the crank pulley down there. So I had to cut a section of piping out of this U pipe just to bring that pipe farther away from the crank pulley, and then I welded it up, and the weld lasted about, I don't know, 3 weeks or so until it got some surface rust on it. So we're gonna wire wheel it, and then I have some VHT clear paint. I'm gonna put that over it. Hopefully that prevents it from getting surface rust in the future. It's starting to rain on me, boys. I don't know if you can hear it hitting the car, but I'm gonna try to one-hand this Johnny. We're just working in the rain with power tools. No big deal. I got an umbrella. It's all right. It's really starting to come down now. I should probably go back in the garage and wait it out. Brother, give me a break. The rain has subsided, but it's looking like 50% chance at 6, which is in 30 minutes. I really picked the wrong day to work on the car, but then again, I work on the car every day. Surface rust has been removed, so now we're just going to put a coat of this high temp VHT paint on it. And we should be good to go. So this is the pipe that goes from the intercooler to the intake manifold, and as I said earlier, we need to change up a few things on it before we get it back on the car. Since we're going to a Terminator X, and the Terminator X runs off a MAP sensor, we no longer need the MAP. So the first thing we need to do is remove the Pro-M and get it replaced with a standard piece of pipe. And if any of you guys are interested in this Pro-M, oh, man, she's on there good. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, all right, there we go. But yeah, like I was saying, if any of you guys are interested in this Pro-M, just shoot me a message on Instagram. It's calibrated for 47-pound injectors, and it's literally like new. I think I've taken the car on maybe 3 test drives with it, so yeah, I'll give you guys a good price, so let me know. So we're sitting at exactly 7 inches. Got some spare pipe that I had laying around marked off at 7 inches, so now we just got to get it cut out. Nice. Well, all right, we're looking pretty decent. So now we're gonna spice things up a bit. I could just throw a coupler back on to hold these two pieces together, but with all the welding I've been doing recently, I figured, what the heck, the more experience the better, so we're gonna weld it up instead. Got a few tack welds holding it together, and I know I shouldn't be welding on a wooden workbench, but sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. So now we're gonna lay some beads, or at least attempt to lay some beads. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's not pretty, but I'm gonna blame it 50% on user error and 50% on the Chicago Electric. I don't know if you guys can tell from the clips of when I'm welding, but it's very jumpy and non-consistent. And on top of that, it leaves hundreds of little spatter dots all over the surrounding pipes. And the only way to get that off is to grind it off. And when you do that, you mar up the pipes. So that makes it look even worse. So there's the weld though, which doesn't look half bad for a beginner, but I think I'm just at the point where I need to get a new welder, because maybe a professional welder can jump on the Chicago Electric and knock out a beautiful bead, but being that I'm a beginner and the welder is a piece of crap, I don't know, those two things just don't go well together. So yeah, I had to grind off all the little spatter dots, so that's why the pipe, the surrounding pipes around the weld just looks like junk, but the weld is not half bad. So what can you do? We're just gonna let it ride. I light checked it by putting a flashlight around the entire weld in the dark and looking down the pipe to see if I missed any spots, and I didn't. She's completely sealed up, so she's not the prettiest, but she'll hold. Next thing I want to change up is this little 90-degree coupler that On3 gives you, that goes from the intake manifold to the piping that goes to your intercooler, because as you guys can see, it's like super soft and flimsy, and we plan on running a lot more boost on Miss Parker in the future, and I don't know, I don't think that this being so soft is beneficial. So again, just to throw myself in a uncomfortable situation, because I feel like that's how you grow and you learn, we are going to attempt for the first time to weld up some pie cuts to replace that 90-degree coupler using some spare pieces of pipe that I have laying around, because I looked online for just a solid piece of 3-inch pipe with a 90-degree bend in it, and they were all like $40 to $50. And being that I have recently spent quite a few dollars in the last couple months, I don't want to spend any more money, and I'm a strong believer that the more practice, the better. So we're just gonna get after it, and hopefully it turns out decent. Let's keep in mind here, I have no idea what I'm doing, nor do I have the proper equipment to tackle such a job, but we're gonna do it anyway. Got a couple pieces cut out, and now we just got to put them together, kind of like a puzzle for men. Man, I don't know why you guys let me talk myself into things like this. This was way above my skill level, and I'm gonna be honest, I am not completely stoked on how it turned out. Could it have been worse? Yes, but I guess my expectations for it were just way too high. But check it out. It's not horrible, but in my head, I just want everything to turn out pretty already, and that's just not the reality of it. We are gonna run it regardless, just because of the amount of time I put into it. And I think it's things like this that will allow me to appreciate my welding and fabrication skills in the future when I get better. But yeah, it is what it is. The only thing left to do is just to get it thrown back on the car. Just gotta slide her in like that, bud. There you have it. Well, she's on there. And if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, which I always am, I'm just not stoked. I know I try to stay positive most of the time, but it's just hard when you put a whole bunch of time and effort into something and you have nothing but good intentions, and it still comes out looking like trash. So yeah, there's really nothing else to say about it. I'm sad, but if we took anything positive from the situation, I guess it was more practice, and hopefully in the future my welding and fabrication skills will be a little bit better to the point where I could make something like this and, you know, it doesn't look just absolutely horrible. So yeah guys, it's thought that counts. I guess if you were going to take anything from this video, it's put yourself in uncomfortable situations. The outcome might not always be what you desired, but most likely you'll just be one step closer to, you know, achieving your goals in the future. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Be easy.